What's up YouTube? It's your boy MG the producer, back with a new video. This time we're going to be doing a live cook up, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, what's up? So by request, we're going to be doing a beat from scratch, and we're going to be using nothing but the factory content that's going to be coming with the Akai MPC and the synths that are going to be coming with the MPC. I am going to be using the MPC One. I just got this in a trade. Don't worry everybody, I still have the MPC X. I'm just using this one for the video because I'm going to see if it's a lot easier to be able to record the screen. I do realize that kind of shooting footage on the MPC X is a little bit challenging because the screen is pretty large, so I'm going to see if the one's going to be a little bit better for the videos, and if it is, I might keep it around just for that reason. But let's go ahead and get started here. I do have a Roland JD-XA. I'm not going to be using it. I'm only going to be using it as a MIDI controller. So if you actually take a look on the actual Roland itself, it does have MIDI controller mode, which is what that green button is. Just pretty much letting you know it's just acting as a MIDI controller. It's going to be controlling things like Hype and Odyssey and some other plugins that are going to be inside of the MPC. I'll show you how I tweak them. Pretty much just show you my workflow and how I pretty much make music inside of my MPC X, but I'm going to be doing it inside of the smaller MPC One because the same thing applies. Let's go ahead and get started here. Alright guys, as I mentioned, I'm going to be using stock sounds, so as long as you have the MPC One factory content in your MPC as you should, then you should be having a kit like this, which I have officially loaded into the MPC. So let's go ahead and start cooking up a beat. Alright guys, so what I ended up finding was a sound from Odyssey. It's called Bouncing Ball. What I did to the sound to modify it was basically just turn up a little bit of the release. Came over here to the mix filter and kind of played with a little bit of the low cut. And at the same time, I came to the echo and turned down some of the echo as well. So this is what we have. And I did a tap tempo. I got about 140, and we're gonna be doing 8 bars. And let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, so that's going to be our first melody that we laid down for the beat, and let's go ahead and keep building on it. Alright, so I'm playing with this cymbal here, so what I want to do is actually come over here to the envelope, and I'm actually going to come over here to the attack, and then I kind of want to give it Alright, so I got the sound here. What you're going to want to do is actually go over here to program edit. Make sure that it has no mute groups because usually it's going to be tied into the hi-hat. So I turned it off so that we can... Alright, I got a synth sound loaded up in Odyssey. Let's see what we can do with it. Let's get going. Hit play on the MPC. Just trying to hear what it sounds like. Alright, that's something, right? It's just a little synth sound to put down, so we're cooking. So far we laid down the bell from Odyssey, we laid down the strings from Hype, and then we came back to Odyssey and went to the initial patch, tweaked it a little bit, created the synth sound out of it. So at this point, let's go ahead and start building on our drums. Alright, so one thing I did is I came over here to my snare and I had it trigger the clap. the way that I did it was basically coming over here under master, going to the snare, and under simultaneously play, tell it I also wanted to play pad number 2. So anytime I trigger this pad, pad number 2 is also triggered. So now I have a snare and a clap combined together. I do the same thing with my drums to be able to kind of beef them up a little bit. So if you guys are looking to have a more fuller sound out of your MPC, it's going to be in this window to be able to kind of layer your sounds, as well as it prevents you from having to keep playing the same snare or a clap or percussion different times during the beat when you can basically just trigger it one time. All right, now that we got our snare layered, what we're gonna do is actually go ahead and get this programmed into the MPC. Yeah, I can go ahead and play it for 8 bars, but I'm also just using this as an opportunity to teach you guys some stuff. So what we're gonna do is actually go ahead and come to our step editor, which is gonna be here. Now, what I need you guys to recognize is that when I press play on the step editor, do you notice how this green square stopped at the square number 6? Now, please pay attention to the pads on the MPC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you notice, the screen and the pads move together. So that lets you know that if we're going to be doing a double time beat, that it's very easy for you to go ahead and come to bar 1 and know that it's going to be on, pad 9, right? To be able to trigger that snare. So let's go ahead and put pad 9 all across the board. Right, bar 6. This is bar 7, and then bar 8. And now we have our snare programmed into the beat. Now, if you actually come over here and hold down pad selection, this is how you can choose the sound to program and change it. We're going to bring it to the drum and go ahead and we're going to want to get back to our bar number 1. If you come over here, you see here, that's going to be the beginning of everything. So let's go ahead and hit our pad, and we're going to program our drums using the step sequencer as well. So let's go ahead and start off with pad number 1, because we know it's going to trigger our first drum. And there it is, right? So I'm going to do whoop, 2. There we go. Let's start to program this beat. Alright, here's what we got so far. Alright guys, so this was a quick beat that I just put together real fast on the MPC One. It's nothing crazy or special, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my method when it comes to cooking up. It's been a while since I put up a video, so you guys are going to be seeing a lot more content. I do kind of feel like the MPC One is working really well to be able to shoot video on it, so I might keep it around just for that reason. But at the end of the day, if you guys want to see some more content with the MPC One, please let me know. I'll keep shooting videos with it. All right guys, so that's just going to be a real quick cook up that I did with the MPC One. I'm not doing anything real crazy or, you know, very musical or anything wild or anything at all. Just kind of just showing you guys a little bit how you can get some work done inside of the MPC, use some factory sounds, and just a couple of things that I'm tinkering with. But if you guys tuned in, thank you very much. This is your boy MG, the producer. Definitely feels good to be back. I'll be shooting some more content. Stay stick around. What we're working with.